if we're gonna play this cause and effect game, right? Because
Sure.
I'm gonna be honest, this cause and effect game, it kind of feels like libertarians especially are always on the side of Russia when it comes to the cause and effect, but never the side of the other country that's reacting to what Russia is doing, right? Because again, why did I'm gonna keep asking this question? Why did Ukraine ask to join NATO?
Yeah, I've already answered that question, so there's no need to keep answering it over and over. They feel threatened by Russia, obviously and understandably. But the point is you're saying, like,
Obviously and understandable. Okay.
But you're going to say who's on the side of Ukraine, and libertarians aren't. See, we would disagree with you completely because we're on the side of let's get less Ukrainians killed. You're on the side of, well, let's use as many.
Yeah, no, you're on the you're on the side of
you're on the
give
side
them a chunk of land,
which they're going to get no matter what. Right, like, or do you believe there's a way in which that, because that's
again,
the
and
argument.
I answered this earlier too, that the question is how much does it hurt Russia, to gain that land, because this is the larger point.
But
right?
this is no, hold on. I asked the question. This is where you're lawful evil. This is where you're like, we don't care how many Ukrainians we sacrifice because we have to make Russia pay a cost to adhere to the global order.
You think that's a lawful evil?
You're willing to continue to put that population through war that they have no chance of winning for land that they're going to lose.
So just to be clear, I'm not putting Ukraine at war. I don't think I have that ability. But I'm just throwing that out there.
You're supporting our continued influence over it to keep them at war. But
here's the thing. I see this as like the cowardice and unwilling to fight back against a bully like this on the geopolitical level will lead to much more conflict and war in the future, right? Because if there's a precedence on the national stage or on the global stage that as long as you are a superpower, as long as you have nukes and the other country doesn't, then you can run in and take land and do whatever you want to that population, and the rest of the world is going to capitulate to you and tell the weaker country that they need to just give up because there might be, bloodshed, right? We're always going to go with whatever causes the least amount of people to die, even if that means that you give up your country, you give up your rights, and you give up your resources.
So
right?
I agree with you, but
yes, some things are worth fighting for, and that doesn't make you lawful evil. I think that makes you lawful good. Actually.
Now, I agree with you, but what does the war in Iraq have anything to do with this?
What?
You literally just described the war in Iraq.